This week on E-News, we will talk about the on-campus snow removal program, the Hurricanes take a step to improve their financial issues, and we will take a look at how the Kodiaks are involved in the Warm Paws fundraiser, all that and more.
Good afternoon and welcome to E-News. I'm Dylan Reel.
And I am Manisha Sachindevan. Here's today's top story. With December comes snow. Logan Shank looked into the snow removal program on campus at the Lethbridge College.
With winter approaching, the Lethbridge College snow removal crews pull out their equipment and begin taking on the task of keeping sidewalks clear for students. Clarence Slomp, the building and grounds maintenance supervisor and project lead of the Lethbridge College, says that during the winter, snow removal is the first priority to ensure the safety of the students and staff at Lethbridge College.
We want to keep it clean so that people have a good, clean sidewalk to walk on without tripping and falling and all this kind of stuff and slipping. If people like when it's winter time, right? So it's when you're driving a vehicle too, you drive according to conditions, and it's the same with walking across the parking lots and walking on areas where there could possibly be ice and snow. You just got to be careful, right? But we do our utmost to try to get most of it off or all of it off. During the day, if stuff happens during the day, we'll be out once or twice a day with our brooms and stuff, trying to clean up so that it's clean for the students. Safety is an important thing for us.
The most heavily used piece of equipment for the roadways is this truck that has a snowplow in the front and a sand spreader in the back. Here at the Lethbridge College, snow removal crews work around the clock to keep the roadways and sidewalks clear of ice and snow. Sometimes they get here as early as 2 o'clock in the morning just to keep you safe. For E-News, I'm Logan Shank.
Although snow removal crew are doing their best to clear ice and snow, it is still better to be cautious while driving and walking on campus.
Lethbridge City Council has finally approved what seemed to be a daunting task as the new operating budget got the final green light at City Hall last Monday. Cole Smith has more on the story.
On a cold, windy Monday afternoon, City Council met to finish the 4-year operating budget that has been in the works since last year's election. The 2015 to 2018 operating budget maintains existing municipal services and includes a variety of new services to address the growing needs of the community. The budget focused on limiting spending increases as much as possible while addressing inflation and community growth. Deputy Mayor Jeff Carlson, Chair of the Finance Committee, said Council's priorities were to balance the needs and wants of the Lethbridge community with the fiscal responsibility of what they could afford to spend.
Had every member of Council gotten everything they wanted, we would have seen quite a higher number than the 3.2% increase we're looking at. But we had to work together to collaborate and then, put our values through it and then put on our fiscal responsibility hats and see what we can actually afford.
In the budget, transportation was a topic of discussion as student representatives from both the college and university met with the Mayor Chris Spearman to talk about issues that matter to students. The priorities of both student reps are to improve transit for students. With limited parking at both post-secondary schools, the city looks to electronically track those getting on the buses and what routes to make them more efficient. Mayor Chris Spearman also talked about bringing new jobs to Lethbridge for students to stay after graduating, as Lethbridge becomes more self-sustaining and more job opportunities become available in the city.
As our city grows towards about 100,000 people, the dynamic of the city changes. So right now we're about 93,000, so we're getting closer to that point. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to become more self-sustaining and there's going to be more job opportunities for young people in the city.
The new operating budget has a residential property tax increase of 3.2% annually over the next 4 years. An average family can see a $5 per month raise or $61 per year on the average single-family home worth $245,000. For E-News, I'm Cole Smith.
For full details of what is included in the new operating budget, please visit lethbridge.ca.
Students at Lethbridge College were once again given a chance to kickstart their career last week. Eric Mickelson reports.
The Career Conference was back again at Lethbridge College for the 33rd year in a row. It's a chance for students to meet with potential employers and see what career paths are open in their chosen industry. The Career Conference is a day-long event held in the Val Mattioti Gym with approximately 120 booths for students to see. There are booths from different industries for students to see who is hiring. Coordinator of Employment Services Pamela Crawshaw-Pragnell says that students learn much more about a company by talking to someone.
And many of the people sitting at these booths are graduates of Lethbridge College, and they're coming back to say, hey, I was in your program. Let me tell you about my career.
Crawshaw-Pragnell says that not only are students interacting with possible employers, but could be also speaking to educators as well. Some students had the chance to speak to other post-secondary institutions about furthering their education. She says that this event is all about expanding your knowledge and interacting.
You might not be talking to a manager, you might not be talking to a human resources rep, but you're talking to somebody who represents the company. And it's another good way to learn and to network about your industry.
Most booths at this year's career conference were set up to give out information, some even giving out interviews on the spot. Senior Human Resources Partner with EXP Services, Liz Pierce, says that after many years participating at the career conference, she finds Lethbridge College students to be very curious and excited to speak to industry.
Some students are really just getting a feel for what it's like to go and explore and talk to companies, and that's great. That's part of what today is all about. Other students are ready and prepared, have resumes, and are talking to people about real opportunities for either graduation in April or summer opportunities this summer. So it's a really wide range.
The gym was packed full of eager students ready to start their careers. Many employers were also excited to see the fresh faces and minds of those about to enter their professions. The Career Conference is hoping to bring in over 3,000 Lethbridge College students, members of the community, and high school students. The warm weather may also have an impact on the amount of participants this year. For E! News, I'm Eric Mickelson.
Students and graduates have access to career information through the Career Center across from the bookstore. You can also get more information by visiting careerconference.ca.
A Lethbridge College student is the proud recipient of this year's Jim Pattison Scholarship, a scholarship that wants to improve the future of the broadcast industry. Tila Spearchief reports.
We're here to present a check to Rachel Crow Spreading Wings, who's the winner of this.
The Jim Patton Scholarship was awarded to Lethbridge College student Rachel Crow Spreading Wings this week in the Broadcast Journalism program. The scholarship recognizes underrepresented groups of people, removing barriers in the industry for those who are women, First Nations, people with disabilities, and those of visible minorities.
So what we're trying to do is to increase the number of people that are being trained in broadcasting and in those designated groups, and hopefully encourage them to come into the broadcast industry.
Crow Spreading Wings is a mother of two and is thankful for the scholarship, which will help her continue on with her schooling.
It really brightened my hope that I would actually achieve this dream of mine, because it's been my whole life dream to do this, and I've always just put everything aside and thought, oh, I'll get to it later. Well, now it's later.
With this financial boost, Rachel has hope for the future after school is finished.
I want to do whatever is going to be the best thing for me to do, whether it's stay in Lethbridge or move on to somewhere else. I'm going to apply everywhere.
The Jim Pattison Scholarship of 2013 was won by another First Nations student. Second-year broadcast student Jeffrey Ketty was a student of Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. He is also a member of the Glasgow First Nation of Kings County in Nova Scotia. For E! News, I'm Tila Spearchief.
The Jim Pattison Scholarship for 2014 was $2,500. Coming up next on E! News, the Kodiak's team that is taking the ACAC by storm, and a glimpse into the mental health of students.
There is so much joy in a young girl's life. They can accomplish anything. So what happens when they grow older? They may start to believe they are not important and self-esteem takes a hit. What can you do to help? Becoming involved with the YWCA means you provide support to women at critical turning points in their lives. Become a part of Canada's largest women's organization. Visit them at 604 8th Street South today.
What's on your mind?
My new story for The Endeavour.
What's on your mind?
My new ad in The Endeavour.
What's on your mind?
The Endeavour!
Tell us what's on your mind on Facebook, Twitter, or submit your thoughts to the box in the cave.
Pick a side with He Said, She Said. Catch up on your horoscope with Spacey Moon, or stay up to date on your local news and sports stories.
Pick up a copy of the Endeavour newspaper around campus or on the Endeavour Online today.
Every year, many animals are abused or abandoned. The Humane Society is there to shelter and care for these frightened animals, but they need your help too. The Humane Society is a volunteer-run organization whose sole mission is to save their lives. Your donations help whether it's money, food, or toys. Although the best thing you can do is adopt one of these lovable pets to call your own. Contact the Lethbridge Humane Society at 403-320-8991 to lend a helping paw.
Canada is known for cold nights, and a simple gift of a blanket could make an impact on someone's life. Blankets for Canada provides the unready with warmth from volunteer-made blankets. Canadians who are cold this season are surrounded by dedicated volunteer groups across Canada, hand knitting, machine making, crocheting, and quilting blankets. Donations of yarn, fabric, and time are small contributions that can make a big difference. Blankets for Canada. Call to volunteer today at 403-329-6586.
With the season halfway through, the women's basketball team is making a name for themselves. Alyssa Potvin reports.
Success on the basketball court. It's something the Kodiak women's team hasn't experienced in a long time. The team is a perfect 10-0, and since the season started, the girls have entered the court with winning on their minds, and when they walk out, that's exactly what happens. Alumni player and new Kodiak Games Day coordinator Lindsay Haslam says the team has a better mindset than when she played.
Well, a lot of chemistry as a team. I know there's a few younger girls and a few older girls, so I see a lot of the older girls kind of taking the younger ones under their wing, and they're kind of leading them, and the younger girls are definitely learning from them and getting a good experience.
Not only has the team climbed quickly to the top of the South Division, but they're also beating the first-place team in the North Division, Lakeland College. The Kodiak girls are also averaging an 83-point game compared to their opponent's average of around 42. Coaching staff credit their strive and competitiveness.
And they bought into the system very well. We're a good defensive team, and they've gelled really well, and they've put the team before themselves, and that's just kind of what's done it for us. And they play hard every night. Just every minute they're out there, they play hard.
With only a few rookies straight out of high school, they seem to fit right in with the rest of the team. Coach Karen has also imported 2 Americans this year. Jordan Kirk from South Dakota says she came for the experience, and her decision has yet to let her down.
We like to play tough defense. We get out at them. We start from the very beginning. We got a lot of team chemistry going on right now, and we're just trying to keep it rolling.
Not only are the girls leading the ACAC division, but they're also one of the top teams in Canada. For upcoming games, go to gokodiaks.ca. For E-News, I'm Alyssa Potvin.
Both of the Kodiak's basketball teams take on the Olds Broncos Friday and Saturday.
A new advisory committee is looking to help lead the Lethbridge Hurricanes out of the downward spiral key. Kyle Kazama has more.
Thanks, Manisha. I looked into expectations for the advisory committee, as well as how fans have responded to the action. The winds of change have brewed a storm within the Lethbridge Hurricanes organization. An advisory committee to help the board of directors make decisions has been formed. The advisory committee consists of business people from around Lethbridge and southern Alberta. The move comes on the heels of a down period within the history of the organization. The team has struggled over the past 5 years, with their worst season in franchise history last year. The team has also struggled financially. Over these past 5 years, the total losses equal well over $1 million. Business manager Terry Hausman says he is hoping the committee helps improve the team's relations with fans.
The goal of it obviously is for to be a little bit more transparent, obviously, in the community. There's some of the questions out there that people think that there isn't transparency here.
The committee will be spearheaded by Ron Sakamoto, who is a popular local promoter. Hausman says another hope is to fill some of the empty seats at games. Lifelong Hurricanes fan and first-year Lethbridge College student Nevin Soretta feels a different approach should be taken, however. He feels an improvement in the on-ice product will equal a fan base boost.
Past 5 years, pretty much, Hurricanes have had down seasons. They've barely gotten over 10 wins, and it definitely starts with the general manager and who they pick to be on the team.
The Hurricanes currently sit at second last in the WHL with a record of 6-15-4.
So Kyle, did you watch any Hurricanes game this season?
Yeah, I actually did, Manisha. I went to a Medicine Hat game this year. They unfortunately lost the game, but I'm sure spirits are much higher after a 4-0 win against the Vancouver Giants last night.
Oh, that was good. Thanks, Kyle. With the stress
of school at an all-time high towards the end of the semester, Demi Knight reports how the student body's mental health could be at stake.
Way to increase your mental health is great. So eat something in the morning.
A survey done by Maclean's.ca says that a quarter of college-aged Canadians will experience mental health problems, and that 51% of students within Alberta admitted to feeling hopeless and overwhelmed with anxiety. At Lethbridge College, active measures are being taken to help provide both awareness of these mental health issues, as well as provide systems to help those going through these emotions. Vice President of Student Life, Jessica Goose, has created an event with the LCSA called Wellness Wednesdays. This is where students are encouraged to take active measures in their own mental health through participating in free breakfasts.
And what they found is that students' mental health is a huge factor, and especially with breakfast. And so I thought, why not bring it to Lethbridge College? Everybody loves breakfast.
The health services here at the college are also offering their own measures of supports to the students.
Really focus on that at the health center here about providing mental health services.
With mental health issues becoming more prevalent within the younger demographics, TAG says it's imperative that learning systems must take steps to help the cause.
Getting to be more awareness now, but there always could be more. Of course, one of the big reasons why people might not seek out mental health solutions and help and stuff like that is because they feel like it's their fault.
Due to the rise in mental health issues within students, the health services are offering student support programs here at the college. For E! News, I'm Demi Knight.
Both the LCSA and Campus Health Services offer support and help to any of those suffering with mental issues.
Students got a chance to participate in the dodgeball tournament last Sunday here at the Lethbridge College. The spirit of friendly competition swept through the Val Mattioti Gymnasium on November 23rd. It wasn't hockey or basketball, it was the Lethbridge College annual dodgeball tournament. More than 100 people showed up for the dodgeball tournament. Event and communication coordinator with the Lethbridge College Student Association, Tana Marcer, says they will be organizing this tournament next semester as well, as it helps students release their stress.
I think near the end of the semester, it's a good way for students to alleviate some stress, get together with their friends, have some beers, have some pizza, play some dodgeball. It's really perfect.
This year, there were 9 teams who took part in the dodgeball tournament. In the previous year, there were only 8 teams. After 4 hours of the game, Dodge Dip Dunk Dive Drink won the dodgeball tournament.
Came in here man down. We played 5 people the whole tournament, so we didn't think we were going to do very good, but came on top. It felt pretty good.
Captain of the winning team, Brad Heisted, said their team would also be participating next semester. LCSA provided campus recreation cool swag prizes and gift certificates to Front Row Pub for the winning team. I'd Hit That got the best team costume prize. The most enthusiastic and energized team title winner was picked last. To register for the dodgeball tournament next semester, visit the campus recreation window at the LCSA office. After the break, how the Student Athlete Run fundraiser is making a difference and a look at the best dressed tree in town.
What's on your mind?
My new story for the Endeavor.
What's on your mind?
My new ad in the Endeavor. What's on your mind?
The Endeavor!
Tell us what's on your mind on Facebook, Twitter, or submit your thoughts to the box in the cave.
Pick a side with He Said, She Said. Catch up on your horoscope with Spacey Moon, or stay up to date on your local news and sports stories.
Pick up a copy of the Endeavour newspaper around campus or on the Endeavour Online today.
At CRLC the Kodiak, we play
rap,
Rock.
country,
Pop.
everything.
You win, because the Kodiak plays everything.
There is so much joy in a young girl's life. They can accomplish anything. So what happens when they grow older? They may start to believe they are not important and self-esteem takes a hit. What can you do to help? Becoming involved with the YWCA means you provide support to women at critical turning points in their lives. Become a part of Canada's largest women's organization. Visit them at 604 8th Street South today. Every year, many animals are abused or abandoned. The Humane Society is there to shelter and care for these frightened animals, but they need your help too. The Humane Society is a volunteer-run organization whose sole mission is to save their lives. Your donations help whether it's money, food, or toys. Although the best thing you can do is adopt one of these lovable pets to call your own. Contact the Lethbridge Humane Society at 403-320-8991 to lend a helping paw.
The Kodiak student athletes at the Lethbridge College are making a difference in the community this holiday season. Sarah Striga has more.
Christmas has come early to Lethbridge College, but instead of Santa, the student athletes are the ones giving the gifts. The second annual Kodiak's Warm Paws event has officially launched, calling on all students and members of the community to take part. The Kodiak's Warm Paws fundraiser requires members of the community, primarily students, to donate any new or used winter clothing items so that they can, in turn, be donated to those in need. The student athletes then pass these items on to groups such as Woods Homes, Streets Alive, the Lethbridge College International Community, and the College Daycare. The event was created by the Kodiak student athletes last year as a way to give back to their community and to fulfill their athlete experience.
So we came up with the idea of Warm Your Paws, and then it became kind of an initiative by all the athletes to bring in something from each team.
In order to keep students interested and to tie the event back to the Lethbridge College Kodiaks, there have been several events throughout the home volleyball games, such as Toss Your Socks, where the crowd can pay $2 to toss a pair of socks onto the court during intermission. The socks are then donated to the Warm Paws event.
And watching, again, the looks on their faces, the experiences they get to pull away, they are looked up to in the community. And so their chance to be able to give back a little bit, and it's priceless. It's great experience for them to have.
Although students are encouraged to purchase outerwear from the bookstore, the Warm Paws fundraiser states that any warm winter wear will be accepted. For E! News, I am Sarah Striga.
There are several places to make a donation on campus, including the Lethbridge College bookstore, the LCSA office, the PE building, the athletics office, the library, and Kodiak House.
The Lethbridge People of Animal Welfare Society hosted its bake sale to raise money to help rescue cats in the city and surrounding area. The bake sale took donations of baking to sell to local community members and aid their efforts. I went to the bake sale to talk to the Paw Society.
We so appreciate these.
The Paw Society holds fundraising events throughout the winter, like their annual bake sale. The breads, pies, cookies, squares, tarts, and other baked goods attract people of all ages to the table. The community's Sweet Tooth goes towards helping cats rescued by the Paw Society while they await adoption to a permanent home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Paw's president, Roxanne Holloway, went into the details of where the money from the bake sale fundraiser goes into the cats' lives.
All of this money goes towards the vetting. They are spayed, they are vaccinated. If they need dental work, we always take care of that. They go into foster care. All of our cats are in private homes where people lovingly take care of them.
The sale of all merchandise at the bake sale, edible or not, like calendars, go directly to the care of cats throughout the year. The Paw Society has foster homes all throughout the Lethbridge area, even out into Pitcher Butte. Paw's fundraising coordinator, Joan Fiddler, says that Paw did not always rely on the foster homes for its feline rescues.
At one point, we did have our own building, but we don't anymore. So our cats are all in foster homes at this time. I have 3 that I have adopted through Paw, and I also have 2 that I'm fostering right now. If we had more foster homes, we could rescue more. Our foster homes are pretty well maxed out right now.
This year's bake sale raised $1,400 to the cats in foster homes. The next Paws fundraiser is the Santa Paws Party December 6th at the Center Village Mall. For information how to adopt a cat from Paws, please visit thepawsociety.com to view available cats and other inquiries.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially in the Canadian Western Bank Lounge at the NMAC Centre. Kiana Nelson reports.
It was a lovely night to kick off the Christmas season while lending your support to the Chinook Regional Hospital Foundation as it hosted its 22nd annual Christmas Tree Festival. The free event was an evening proudly geared towards families in the community, the spirit of the holidays, and to have a little fun. Even Santa made the visit from the North Pole to show his support. Shauna Lamb, development coordinator with the Chinook Regional Hospital Foundation, says the night is a nice event to look forward to.
Public could come and check out the trees, have a hot cup of cider or coffee, and just see the creations that our 25 teams have come in and put their heart and souls into.
With these 26 beautiful trees being created by different local businesses here in Lethbridge, a lucky bidder gets to take one of these trees home, as well as a 2014 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy, which was auctioned off last Wednesday. This event alone raised over $110,000 last year. This year, they hope to increase that number, and all proceeds go to the Chinook Regional Hospital. Social groups like the Red Hat Society decorate a tree every year as well to give back to the regional hospital and to create awareness.
With Christmas time, we like to come to this because it's see how the trees are done, and it's an outing for us. We like to try and do something different all the time, and and they've done very well this year. This is beautiful trees here this year, absolutely beautiful trees.
All proceeds from the gala auction are put towards funds for state-of-the-art health equipment, vital programs, and special projects at the Chinook Regional Hospital. For E! News, I'm Kiana Nelson.
The festival, held every year, is still one of the top Christmas events in the city. So Dylan, how are you celebrating your Christmas this year?
I think I'm going to head home and see my family. Haven't seen them for a little while, Manisha. How about you?
Just going to watch some Christmas movies, spend time with family, same.
That sounds delightful.
Yep.
Well, that's about all the time we have for E! News this afternoon. I'm Dylan Reel.
And I'm Manisha Sachindevan. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.